Good afternoon. It's been a while since I have posted a video, especially like with new content, due to unforeseen circumstances. But we are in a brand new location as well for videoing. So onto today's project. I'm going to talk about a film that I saw last week called Saint Maud. It's a low budget independent horror, um, magnificently put together. It's very very intense, and when I say like intense, it is like full on in your face. It's a short film, only 84 minutes long. Um, uh, what's it all about? What's it all about, Alfie? um, yep. So you've got a young nurse who is very much within herself spiritually. In other words, she's a God fearing Catholic, who basically is trying to not only save herself from herself but save everyone from the God. And she goes to sorry, like this character, the titular Maud of the film, like is played by Morfydd Clark. Someone like I've never seen actor before prior to this, but if she gives a good account as she has in this film, then she's going to have a very bright career. So like she's sent to work privately for a patient, a former dancer, actor, choreographer, played by Jennifer Ale. Once again, like someone like who I haven't recognised. One of the magnificent things about this film is it's got unknown people in, and it's very well acted. It just goes to show that like you don't always need well known actors or actresses in these films like to thrive. These are small films that deserve a big audience. So yeah, basically, she goes to work. Love this like retired actress, um, and this is where there's a bit of a culture clash. According to her, she's pure and wholesome. She don't have fun. She works. She worships God, and that's it. Whereas this actress, she's had her heyday. She likes to have parties. She likes to drink a lot. Really like to let loose. So according to the titular Saint Maud, she's a sinner in the words. So she said, well, as the actress says like to herself, like, here's my little Saint Maud to save myself from myself. And basically the whole film is basically about her downward spiral into sort of it's a bit hard to explain without actually seeing itself. It it pays homage like to former horror films of the past, The Omen, Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist. That like that type of horror. The director has clearly been inspired like by those classics, and if you are fans of those classics that I've just mentioned, then this will be like right up your street. It's also one of the films that's showing at the London Film Festival, which unfortunately due to COVID is only like online this year. No attendances, but the silver lining being is that some of these films up for selection have come out early, like Saint Maud, into the cinemas. This film originally was going to go straight to streaming and not cinema release, but thankfully cinemas banded together, as did the distributors, Studio Canal, to get a cinema release for this film. So recommendation, why would you see this film? Basically, if you're a big fan of horror or really intense thrillers, really intense films, like, then this is for you. If you're for the weak of heart or not into really intense stuff, then obviously stay away like from this film, because there's nothing for you there, you know. The rating, like what I'll give it, I'll give it 4 out of 5. You know, I wouldn't quite give it 5 stars. I'm like, because it's just not quite there. But as far as actual A for efforts go, it is this. Like I say, it's only 84 minutes long. It just flies by just like that. It's what's great is like it's one of those films as well where there's not necessarily a start as such. It's just, well, it does start, but there's no like sort of day in the life, today we're going to do this type. It just sort of starts and it carries on. In many ways, than one way like you could like one way that you could look at this film is you could sort of say it's, in some senses, it's a female version of Joker in terms of what the character goes through. If you've seen the Joker and then like you've seen this film, you would know like what I'm grasping at. You know, another reason like to go and see it just so that you can see like what I meant by that. So yeah. Yeah, I'll give it 4 out of 5. It's a really good film, and usually, like I would say, well, my trademark is get thee to a cinema to watch it, and in this sense, I actually would say get thee to a cinema and watch this film immediately, because more than ever, I'm gonna be serious for a minute. More than ever, cinemas need attendances and admissions right now. I hate to say it, but cinema like, as an industry like at the moment, it's not doing well. I mean, is any industry at the moment doing well in terms of making a profit? But cinema is one of those that's been hit the hardest. It's a real shame. We've only just got back cinema from the lockdown, and now it looks like that we might be having like to give it up. Cineworld was closed like for the foreseeable future. Odeon is only opening at weekends. This the same as View. Empire luckily are still opening. You know, like a very independent chain, only 17 sites across like England and Scotland. So you know they're shuffling along nicely. And Empire is where I went to see Saint Maud. So you'd like to think that they'll be able to show like more content. And the most frustrating thing of all is that so many films slated for release over the next few months have been pushed back, most notably like No Time to Die, the James Bond film. And I actually think that really could have still come out here. That would have made so much money here. Yeah, okay, in America it's not going to happen at the moment. You know, the Asian market can still get the money lot for it, but overall, I do still feel like that Bond could have came out here, and it's such a shame that like it won't until April, and but I'm hoping over the next few months that cinemas will still release new content, not only like so I can keep posting these wonderful videos, just so that on the whole cinema can survive as an industry and sort of keep on going, and that in terms of making emissions, making a profit, making money and everything, you know. So I urge a plea to anyone watching this video, or any of my subscribers, or just anyone in general, if you can get to a cinema and watch not only like this film, but get to a cinema on the whole, still support local cinemas, still go to watch films and that, still do it, you know, as best as you can. Right now, cinema needs people more than ever, and now is the time to go watch a film. I'm not suggesting like you go grab a load of people, like, because obviously like that's not going to happen. Like, but still have missions. Cinema is safe, you know. If anyone who's also like watching like this video thinking, oh, but cinema's not safe, like with the restrictions and that, cinema is safe. Restrictions like have been made. Like I wear like my mask like when I'm watching the film. You know, you are socially distanced. They make sure that not too many people buy a ticket per screens. they're showing so many more screenings of popular films just so that everyone like can get in accordingly, but still socially distanced. So like if anyone like has any fear or watching, thinking, oh no, I'd rather be in the comfort of my own, and that's fair enough. That really is not fair enough. But I do urge people to go to the cinema as much as they can. Still, cinema needs this. I need this lot for my blogging content. So yeah, please do. So yep, there you have it. Saint Maud, brilliant film, 4 out of 5. A really intense horror, independent horror. I urge many people to go watch it. So yep, anybody who wants to leave any comments, please do so below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and keep your eyes peeled for whatever's coming next. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.